the committee members individually have tasks that they are responsible for performing. On the committee, you've got executive roles, so the chairperson, secretary, and treasurer. Those roles are named in the legislation and they are assigned specific tasks and they have to be done at specific times. The other type of committee member is an ordinary committee member, which is a voting committee member position, but it's not an executive member, so it does not have specific to-do list sort of obligations. It's really the opinion and the vote, but it's not in the doing as much. So responsibilities of the executive committee members, this is what's largely delegated to your body corporate manager. So the chairperson's responsibilities loosely are to chair body corporate meetings and sign documents and interface with the body corporate manager or the building's caretaking service provider if your building has one. So those are the chairperson's obligations. It's quite a short list. The secretary has a long list of responsibilities. So the secretary is really the body corporate's PA or sort of admin person, and the secretary's role includes typing all of the notices and distributing those, dealing with inwards and outwards correspondence, all of the interaction with the stakeholders, so the unit owners, the written agreements with the caretaker, reviewing material, deciding who can vote and whose votes are valid and invalid. So the secretary's job is really comprehensive. That's why you have a body corporate manager, because for some individual secretary to do that job to a reasonably good standard is definitely possible, but it would be a huge commitment of time and usually one that people just are not able to commit, because we know that you're volunteering and you've got day jobs or responsibilities other than body corporate committee membership. So the secretary is a really big job. The treasurer is responsible for accounting. So it's less specific in what they need to do, but basically the treasurer's official responsibility is all things relating to the account. So preparing and issuing the levy notices, doing all of the receipting, issuing people with tax statements when they ask for it, maintaining who's on payment plans and who's subject to receiving penalty interest, and all those levy account management functions for all of the owners in the body corporate, and then also making all of the outbound payments to contractors. So those are the responsibilities, like the functional responsibilities of those executive committee members. And as I said, the ordinary committee members don't have a specific list of functional responsibilities. So with the body corporate manager, all of those functional responsibilities are able to be delegated to the body corporate manager. And I can speak about our agreement, not all body corporate management agreements, but our agreement is very much that all of those functions are delegated to us, unless you tell us otherwise. So the people on this call won't have been preparing their own levy notices and distributing those. They won't distribute their own voting papers. So that's all delegated to BCsystems, and we would work with the secretary on, what document needs to go out. We might get you to proofread it. It might come from you and we sort of work on it together and distribute it. So it's very much a co-working relationship in terms of those functional responsibilities. You, as the committee members, delegate your power to us, and then we act on that power and we use your power to get those jobs done. So that's responsibilities. It's very sort of transactional and functional, and the responsibilities are really heavily regulated. So that's where you'll see, a notice of meeting has to be sent at least 7 days before a meeting occurs, and you need to take into account posting times, and it needs to have this specific wording on it. So that's the work that we're really good at, because we've got really robust templates and we've been doing that type of work for a long time. And a lot of it, we have economies of scale. So we're doing those meeting notices every day, and we can usually do them pretty well and pretty reliably and consistently.